So welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to do something totally different. Now, I live pretty close to the city Nijmegen, it's the oldest city in the Netherlands, and I've never took a single image in that city. And there's been a lot of rain lately, so I couldn't go out that much. And so I started thinking about different shots that I can make to keep this channel a bit interesting. And so I'm going to this pretty popular spot that everyone in the Netherlands wants to photograph, and I'm living about 5 minutes away from it, and I've never photographed it. And there's one reason for it, and that's because I want it with very specific conditions, and these conditions only happen for a few days a year, and sometimes it doesn't even happen in a year. You have to wait for 2 years. But today, with all this rain that's come down, the perfect conditions are here. So I'm gonna walk over there, and hopefully I will be able to find the shot. You know, I've never even been to the place, so I have to do a little bit of searching to how to get there. But yeah, I hope it's gonna be worth the effort. So let's walk over there. So the shot that I'm after today is all about this bridge, and it's an architectural masterpiece. It's just so beautifully designed. And let me get in the light a little bit more here. Maybe a little bit like this. Standing in the middle of the road here, but have to watch out. I hope you can hear me well with this wind cap on. But yeah, I just walked all the way from down there in the city. I parked my car there, and you know how I am with scouting my locations. I don't do it that much. I just walked all the way over here to figure out that there is a parking lot down here in the bottom. So why do I need these specific situations today? And it's actually very simple. The river that is underneath here, to get the maximum reflections of this bridge, I just need very, very high water. And after all the rain, and the rain doesn't even have to be right here in my city, but the rain has to be all across Europe to get all this water flowing towards my city. And right now the floodplains are completely filled up. The water is almost at the top of the dikes that we've built here in the Netherlands. And it's actually amazing that I'm here on Wednesday and this isn't the peak yet. So it's actually going to be quite critical in a couple of places in the Netherlands if this, how do you call it? If this highest point of the water isn't going to breach over the dikes that we've built. So that's the amount of water that's fallen down here in the Netherlands. So I'm going to get down there and going to try to take some shots. I can see that there are some more photographers around, so I don't know for sure if I am going to talk that much in this video, but let's see if we can make the best of these conditions here. So I found a spot here where I can shoot this bridge, and I hope you can see it behind me. If you look in that direction, you get all these bows from the road above going towards that beautiful bridge, and there are some beautiful lights on it going into the sky, which make it really aesthetic. But normally everything down here is just grass until for about 100-150 meters further, and that's where the actual river normally starts, except for those amazing condition days once every 1-2 years when the water levels get so high that everything starts flooding. And I think the water is actually going down a little bit, because I've been watching in my city, which is a few kilometers down to the west, and the water was much higher, or the dikes there are lower. That's also possible, of course. But yeah, the wind here is amazing. So I hope I can get these shots, because if I want a nice shot with a smoothened out water here, I need a really long exposure. And with this wind, it's just ridiculous. And I just hope that you can still hear me. I got my back towards the wind is coming from behind me. So what I'm actually doing, I'm holding down the tripod, I'm pushing it in the ground more and shielding the camera with my back, so the most of the wind is gone. And I also attached my backpack to this hook underneath my tripod just to give it more weight pulling down into the ground. So it's now 3 days after the last time that I visited this bridge, and today there is supposed to be less wind than 3 days ago, and that's why I got back here, and hopefully I can get this shot. But to be honest, there is still a lot of wind here, and there wasn't any wind predicted, so yeah, I'm not quite sure if this shot is gonna work today, but yeah, we will see. So let's get to the bridge. At least I found the parking spot just next to the bridge, so it saves me a lot of walking time here. So I'm gonna go there just maybe 50 meters from the car park this time instead of 1 kilometer, but yeah, much better. So let's head over there. So I hope you can see me here. I'm a little bit in a dark spot here, but I've moved down from the dike almost to the water's edge because I just wanted this bow of the bridge here to be starting in the right top corner, and it just doesn't happen when you're standing on top there. So I moved down a little bit, even more wind here. So I just hope these shots work. I'm still using the same technique, pushing that tripod down, shielding the camera from the wind, and hopefully it's enough to produce a pretty nice shot. But I think I have to get back here with some less wind somewhere later this week. In an attempt to try and shield from the wind a little bit, I walked back up the stairs, up to the bridge, hoping I could take a shot from the stairs. But then I was up this bridge and I noticed the railing here as a leading line towards towards the bridge itself, and you can still see those beautiful bows in the bottom here. And I actually figured that this was a really nice composition that I don't see that much from this bridge. So what I did, I just put the camera, the tripod, 2 legs through the railing here, 1 leg on the edge of this little rock here, and I just pushed the camera towards this railing here, and I took a shot with this railing leading towards the background, towards the bridge. So I just hope this worked. You know, it was almost handheld with all those wind blowing over, but of course I had the stability of this railing that I was pushing the camera to, but a 50 to 60 second exposure this way was pretty difficult. But I have to be honest that it actually looked pretty good. And then after that shot I moved a little bit towards the middle of the road here. This is the bicycle path here, so to create a little bit more space and to actually put this railing here in my left bottom of the frame. So I have 2 images from the top of this bridge, and I think I'm just gonna leave this bridge for what it is right now. There's just too much wind. I just can't take any more decent shots over here, so I might try and find something else here. yeah, let's get back. And I'm definitely not finished with photographing my city here, but yeah, for today I think a good start, but it could have been better if there would have been a little bit less wind. But yeah, I'm just keen to see the results that I took today. So a little story about this specific bridge. This bridge was opened in 2013, but it's actually called the crossing. In Dutch it's called the oversteek, but in English it's the crossing. And it is called this way because in World War II, this is the location where the Alliance, or the liberating army, crossed the river and liberated the city Nijmegen from the German occupiers. And there's actually a statue there, which I couldn't film because it was pitch dark, of course, but it says something about that crossing of this section of the river. And the road that runs over the bridge is actually called the James Gavin Road. And James Gavin was the general that was the leader of this, I think it was the 82nd part of the World War II, or the 82nd team. And he was in charge of making sure that those bridges over the rivers weren't blown up by the Germans, so that the army could run over them. So yeah, a very important man for this country and for my city, because he was in charge of getting Nijmegen back to the Netherlands instead of keeping it to Germany. So little side story, but what I wanted to show you here is actually the images, because if you're watching this video on a small screen, you're probably thinking, oh, this is looking pretty good, nice images, just like I was thinking when I shot these images on both days. But somehow something just went completely wrong on these images, and I just want to be honest about this. So I did do another attempt here, but the river is already going down, and as you can see in this statue, this is the normal situation where you can see there is no water underneath the bows of this bridge. So I'm gonna wait. They're expecting the water to rise again in a week or 2 weeks time. So I'll be back there then and see if I can get the same shot in better conditions. But if I look at the images here, it actually looks pretty good on a small screen, but somehow I completely messed up all those lights. You know, if you go down here, you can see, and this is probably one of the best images, you can see there's lots of noise or graining around these lights. And there are a couple of possibilities for this to have happened. I think the best possibility is that, of course, this bridge is a static thing, and due to the wind, this bridge is sharp, there's nothing wrong with that. But all these lights, they are, of course, on poles which create movement. And I think this somehow is caused by the movement due to the wind and those extreme long exposures. So I might have been better if I took 2 shots, so one for this foreground and one for the top side of the image. But I will get back there when the wind is wind is down and the water is up, and I'll try to shoot these images again. And you can see actually that if I go to this image, you can see there's a lot of graining here. This is at 200%, so that's not really fair, but still you can see that it's just not usable for a print or anything. So yeah, beautiful location, definitely potential, but I have to get back there again and make sure that I can make some better images than the ones I did. At least I know now what compositions I want and what water levels I want, and I know that I need no wind. Everything on the left side here is just open space, so the wind is blowing as hard as it can. There's no shielding from it anywhere. So that's what I need. And maybe I could do a shot like this during a sunrise or a sunset. So I do have a beautiful sky in the shot also. So yeah, lots of wishes, but very small possibility that this is going to happen. But yeah, at least I like the compositions, but there's definitely some improvement possible in taking these pictures. So if you like this video, then please push that thumbs up button yeah, you will massively help this channel to grow, and I really appreciate it. Also leave a comment. I always like to engage with everyone watching this channel. Yeah, I'm still amazed at how many countries in the world are watching this channel at the moment. So yeah, very happy with that. And since it's, I think, my first video of 2024, I wish everyone the best for this year. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget, please push that subscribe button and you will see me back out in nature in the next video. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.